Today, I really want us to focus on gratitude. Now, that's not gratitude in the sense of denying that things have been challenging. It's more just that our minds naturally have a negativity bias. We're naturally just very good at, for a survival perspective, our minds are very good at noticing the difficult, noticing things that are wrong, noticing the negative. And when we start to focus on the positive and we start to find gratitude, it's not sort of a happy clap. Let's just instantly be happy, but it does skew and shift our mind's natural tendency to scan for the negative, and we can start to scan for the positive instead. In fact, that's what the research shows, is that regular gratitude practice is actually really powerful way to change how you perceive things in your environment. Now, in particular today, I want us to really reflect on this last period of the lockdown. Obviously, we've still got lockdown to come. It's not finished over here in the UK. But I'd like us to really focus on finding some moments over the last, whether you've been homeschooling and there have been some really challenging times homeschooling. There will be challenging emotions, challenging situations. And that no doubt it'd be very easy for us to think of those times. And so I'd really like you to instead to invite you, as we do our meditation, to bring to mind a time, a moment even, where there was gratitude, there was something to be grateful for. It could be something really simple, like if you've got kids, maybe you had a dance in the kitchen, or there was some point in the day where you all came together, or there was a moment where I don't know, that you had connection with each other, or just something happened where you just felt that lovely feeling. Or if you haven't got children at home, maybe there's been a time over the last few months, maybe there was a time when you were snuggled up with a snuggly blanket and you had a book and a hot chocolate and you just had a moment. Or even just the fact that you're here today doing this meditation and you've given yourself this time, maybe that's something to have gratitude for. And we'll just bring to mind that moment, that time, and we'll really experience that in our bodies and really lock that in as an experience, so that our minds can remember it, so we can actually use it to come back to during our day and to remind ourselves that we've had those moments. So we'll find ourselves in a comfortable place and we'll move on to our body and really get ourselves being in this moment right now, before allowing ourselves to recall this sometime, someplace where there's something that we had gratitude for. And then we'll just allow it to percolate. So gently closing down your eyes and just allowing yourself to be right here. Now, if you've meditated with me before, you know that we want to find a middle space with our posture. So with your eyes closed now, as you pay attention to your posture, can you notice that place between active and relaxed? So you're not so relaxed that your body is falling back asleep, but equally you're not holding on and tensing and trying to concentrate so your body's tense. And if, as we meditate, thoughts arise in the mind, that's okay. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Your mind is a thinking machine. And all you need to do when you get distracted is just come back. Just come back to whatever it is that we're doing, whether we're thinking of the body or we're sensing ourselves or we're recalling a moment. Just come back to that. And it doesn't matter if you have to do that many times, that's still practice. And even if it doesn't feel relaxing, we are shifting our nervous system into a different state. So with our eyes closed, just beginning to feel your feet on the floor, maybe wiggling your toes just to get that connection to your body, noticing the connection points of your feet on the floor. If your mind's already wandered, just coming back, allowing the stillness to come to your feet, and then noticing your hands on your lap. And again, maybe wiggling your fingers, feeling the movement of the fingers, how it ripples across the hand, and then bringing the hands to stillness. With the hands in stillness, just take your attention to the very tips of your fingers. Just letting your full focus rest there for a moment. Without moving the fingers, just have your attention right there on the very tips. You might notice after a moment there's a gentle buzzing or humming in the fingers, like a gentle vibration, tingling. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay too. Just allowing your fingers to be in your awareness and just coming back when your mind gets distracted. And if you're feeling that tingling, it's just your nervous system responding to your attention, your fingers preparing for movement. And allow your awareness to travel up the wrists and the forearms, all the way up to the shoulders. So you can feel like there's a loosening and a letting go in the arms. And then from the feet, allowing your awareness to travel up the wrists, up the ankles, the shins, all the way up to the knees. And from the knees all the way up the thighs and into the hips. And so that your legs can let go just a little bit more. Feeling the weight of your body through the chair or the bed. And then allow your awareness to travel up the belly, the lower back, and all the way up the chest. Noticing the rising and falling of your breath. And if the mind's wandered, just bring it back. No effort for trying. Your jaw, your eye socket, your forehead. Just noticing it all. Maybe there's a deeper sense of relaxation just beginning to emerge. And just notice if there's any areas that feel a little bit more tense. Allowing yourself to scan. And I'll invite you now to bring to mind a really pleasurable experience you've had recently. One that carries a positive emotion like happiness or joy or comfort, contentment, gratitude. Something that you feel grateful for. And if you can't think of a positive experience, just be aware of giving yourself the gift of the time to do this practice now and really focus on that. And take a moment to just cherish whatever image comes up when you recall that pleasurable experience. See what it feels like to sit with this recollection. Where in your body do you feel sensations arising as you recall this moment or moments? What are the sensations? How do they change as you pay attention? Focus your attention on the part of your body where those sensations are the strongest. Staying with your awareness of those bodily sensations and your relationship to them. Just really opening up around them, accepting them, maybe even amplifying them. And now notice what emotions come up as you bring this experience to mind. Maybe there's moments of hope, of joy, maybe even of fear, of wanting more. All of these states are just shifting and changing as we allow it. Maybe there's some uneasiness about feeling good about something. Maybe Maybe you also notice thoughts about what else happened, something that you were disappointed to, or what went wrong in that day. Those thoughts can always be more comfortable because they're more familiar. We're used to focusing on the ways things went wrong or how it was different to how we wanted. Just see if you can come back to the pleasure and joy of the moment, no matter how big or small. And just notice if there's that coming alongside that positive feeling is a sense of frustration or wanting it to be more often, or anything else, any other add-on thoughts and feelings that make it hard to stay with it. And see if you can allow them to be there, but still make space for that positive experience. Really feeling in your body what it felt like in that moment, as if it was happening right now. And finding that part of the body where you feel that positive sensation the most. Maybe that's the heart space, maybe it's the belly, maybe it's the head. Just noticing where you feel the most sensation around this experience, and just take your attention just there. Imagining that as you breathe in, you're expanding that positive sensation, that experience of the joy of that situation, of that moment, even if it's a really simple moment. Breathing in and expanding it. And as you breathe out, see if you can allow it to spread through your body. And if you can't picture it or imagine it, just pretend that you're experiencing that. Just allow yourself to, just allow it to be whatever it needs to be. But just setting the intention to allow it to spread through your body. So breathing into that positive sensation. And breathing out to allow it to spread through your body. And keeping your attention on your breath now, just for a couple of moments as we breathe in and out that intention to allow that gratitude, that experience of thankfulness to infuse our bodies. As you breathe in and breathe out. If your mind wanders, just come back to that core of that moment that you're grateful for. And slowly deepening the breath now, and just allowing the breath to go even further down into the belly. Breathing out and just releasing any tension in the body. So breathing in and taking the breath all the way down, maybe even all the way down to the feet. And then breathing out. Breathing in, allowing the whole body to fill, and then breathing out. And one really slow, deep breath, just to finish. And then gently releasing. letting the breath find its natural rhythm, turning movement to the fingers and the toes. And gently blinking open the eyes. Seeing if you can still feel the whisper of that gratitude, that moment that you captured. Can you look at the space you're in through that lens? And I hope, however your morning goes, if you're returning people to school and there's a whole mixture of emotions, I hope that there's some gratitude that you can find for everything that's been and everything that will be. And if you haven't got children returning to school and you're just still navigating this strange time, then see if you can just find a small things, small moments to be grateful for. That doesn't mean that you're negating any difficulties that you have. It's just trying to shift our bias and our awareness. Have a great day, everybody.